All right, kid, welcome to the status update, bro.
Yo, what's the word, my boy?
Yeah, definitely an honor to have you. Man, I know you got a story behind you. You're the cousin of the original drill legend, Pac-Man. You know, a real drill legend, like real drill legend.
Mm-hmm.
The one who started it, right? That's what
Mm-hmm.
they say.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, the people come up to you a lot and talk about that.
Hell yeah. I got a lot of people that be coming up to me asking me how that drill shit started.
Mm-hmm.
How Pac-Man originated it, where it came from, how it became, all that. So yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Okay, so now you showed me an old video, from it was like 2010.
Mm-hmm.
What was that video called by
It was
Pac?
called Dro Style, Pac-Man Dro Style on YouTube. They can go look it up. You know,
Okay.
yeah, go check that out. Dro
Now,
Style Pac-Man.
Dro style, so that means Dro City, right?
But it's actually a dance. It was named after Dro. His real name
Oh,
was Sad Dro.
the Atlanta rapper, Young Dro. Oh,
Nah,
okay,
it was a person named Dro from Dro City. He was a real known person in Chicago, real known person over there. His real
okay,
name was Sad Dro. My cousin Pac, that was his little homie, real close homie, like a brother. And that's
okay,
where the name Joe City came from after he died or whatever and shit. And that's how they came up with Joe City in honor of him, Satchel. So
okay,
the Joe style was a dance. He made the dance dedicated to Joe.
okay. So now, where is Pac-Man actually from? Where are you and Pac-Man from?
Man,
If I can ask.
Pac-Man is originally from Joe City, which is 64th Drexel, 64th and Ingleside, blocks like that. We was
Okay,
born and raised over there. So we originally from over there, born and raised. Came from over there. We had family stay over there for years, probably like 50 plus years, and we was brought up over there due to our family and stuff. A long history from over there.
okay. So now, I found out it was two different things. I thought Drill City was Drill City. I didn't know that Drill City and Drill City were like two different like hoods. I thought it was just how people were pronouncing it and shit like that.
Mhm.
Shout out to King Controversy who put me on game with that.
My brother, my boy.
Most definitely.
Yeah, Drill City and Dro City is two different things. Drill City is on 79th and Cottage. Dro City is on 64th and Cottage. Two
Okay.
different hoods. Um, we was, together, clicked up. I guess some things happened between the two hoods. I don't really know. But I guess some things happened and they had a little falling out. But Dro City still represent Pac-Man, my blood cousin, and Drill City, we still represent Pac-Man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we still honor Cuz because he made the whole drill movement. He created it, brought it out, made it a thing, and people just ran with it and turned it into something else that it really wasn't.
Okay. So now, when you say something happened where the hoods fell out, had this happened before Pac-Man's passing or after?
This was after Pac-Man passing.
Okay.
He passed away in 2010.
Okay.
Like I mentioned in the last interview that me and you did, he passed away in 2010. So the falling out happened right after he passed away or
Okay.
whatever.
Okay. So do you think if he was still alive, the two hoods would still be, clicked up getting along, or do you think like he would have made a difference with that?
My honest opinion, I think so
Okay.
because Pac-Man, he was more like a peacemaker. He was more about trying to keep the peace
Right.
before that really became a thing, between the hoods because we was born and raised in Joe City. So I feel like he would have tried to keep us aligned and kept us together
Mhm.
because we was originally from over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like he would have tried to keep us together or whatever, just to keep everything cordial.
Okay. So now, one thing I gotta ask, how did his passing affect you, and what was going on, in the streets leading up to that, and what happened afterwards?
His passing, it affected me a lot because, like I said, that was my blood cousin. I grew up around him all my life. Um, like I said, he passed away in 2010. I was about 18. So I've been around him my whole 18 years of my life. And his mom and my mom, like I mentioned in the last video, was blood sisters. Rest in peace to both of them.
Right.
Um, so it really affected me because he was like my brother. He was more than my cousin. We had a relationship that was deeper than what people see or what they know. So it really affected me, and then it changed a lot of things in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like things started getting a little crazy. People started falling out with each other. It was like it was an emotional thing. People started reacting different to it. You know.
Okay.
So it was really affecting a lot of us. It put a lot of pressure on me, and it still affects me right now to this day, 16 years later. You know.
Okay. Okay.
hmm
So, do you think, I'm not trying to be like policey at all, shit like that, but did anybody say anything or think, like what the situation might have been about?
Not too much, because people was trying to, stick to like street politics or
Okay.
street rules or to a code. So too much wasn't said how he died or whatever. So I really don't know what happened.
Okay.
But people was just like hush hush about everything. So I really don't know what happened to my cousin. I'm still trying to find out because I want to get to the bottom of it. I really want to know what happened to him.
Okay.
You know, I really didn't talk to too many of our family members to see what happened. I really didn't ask them too much because I didn't want to be hurt by it and I didn't want to know. But eventually, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty much.
Okay. How do you feel like when the fans are in the comments, like gassing things up, like saying slide for this person, slide for that person, whenever like a rapper passes or something?
I ain't gonna lie. That shit, it's kind of goofy to me. It's like young nigga shit. What you mean slide for 'em? So you want me to trick myself off the streets and trick myself out of my position or what I got going on to slide for my cousin and I don't know who killed him. How I'm gonna slide for somebody that I don't know who caused him to die? You know what I'm saying? What you mean? Do y'all slide for y'all people? Is y'all slide for y'all people? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't be with all that slide for this person, slide for that person. You know what I'm saying? I never been a pussy. I never been a bitch. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Justice gonna get served however it go. You know what I'm saying? Not saying we gonna do nothing about it, but you don't have to slide for a person all the time. You just let that shit play out. You know?
Right.
Cause that's real live goofy shit. So I don't
Right.
pay attention too much to that. You know?
Most definitely. So, what's one of the last conversations you had with Pac-Man, before his passing?
Um, he was just like putting me on game about a lot of stuff, how to move in the streets, how to
Okay.
go about this, how to go about music, the right way to do music, how to network, how to like um, try to bring the peace with people, how to try to be, in good terms with people instead of making enemies. He was telling me to basically make more friends than enemies, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even though like you got to watch out for the people and everybody not your friend, but try to keep a cool head then to be into it with everybody.
Right.
He was just teaching me, how to survive. A big brother, how a big brother's supposed to. So, a lot of deep conversations about that and about music. If I was really passionate, take it serious, which I'm really gonna start doing, taking my music more serious.
Okay. So now, if Pac was here right now, what convo would you have with him, or what do you think he would say to you now?
It'll be more of the same thing what I just said, the last thing we talked about, how to
Okay.
survive, how to be, how to move militant, how to move like I supposed to move, stuff like that.
Okay.
It'll be more on a big brother thing. He'll be trying to keep me out of trouble. And I don't know if a lot of people know he was signed to LEP Bogus Boys.
Okay.
And right now I think my cousin will be at the top of the rap game right now. He'll be with a lot of big industry people and he probably would have had me under his wing away from a lot of stuff.
Right.
So it would have been more about survival than how to move.
Okay. So now, in your last interview with me, you talked about Bloodhound. Actually, what was the affiliation with Bloodhound, if there still is one?
Um, The only affiliation we have with Bloodhound is that they from the same neighborhood. They from Drill City, but we
Okay.
don't have no physical. Uh, we not physically tied with them. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? We don't have no physical affiliation. You don't see us with them. We don't make music with them. They do their thing. We do our thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So whatever they got going on, don't got nothing to do with Drill City. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
We the
But
older.
they are from Drill City,
Yeah, they
Bloodhound.
from over
Okay.
there for sure. They from over
Okay.
there. Yeah. They got family members that's over there, been over there for years. You know, they got family members that we knew of and bumped into throughout the neighborhood. But we don't got no real affiliation with them for real. They just from the same hood we from. You know,
Okay.
so ain't no bad blood against them or nothing, but we just don't got nothing to do with them. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. How do you feel about some of the beefs that they get in? Like, a lot of beefs with Q50 and a lot of artists.
Like I said, that really don't got nothing to do with us. They beef is they beef. Our beef is our beef.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting them to get into our beef, and they shouldn't expect us to get into their beef. You get what I'm saying?
Most
We
definitely.
older. We got more stuff to live for. We got responsibilities, kids, things to look out for. We
Right.
got a bigger picture to look out for, you know? So we don't really get into the the YN beef, what they call it nowadays, the
Yep.
YNs, the young niggas.
Yep.
We don't really get into that. We about motivation. We about positivity. We trying to make a living out here. You know, we trying to make it in the rap game. We trying to get to a level to where we don't ever have to look back. You know, so we don't really get into that. You know.
Most definitely. That's
Uh-huh.
decent, bro.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So now, Chicago is very clicked off. You have your BDs, GDs, Latin Kings, Stones, Moles, Vice Lords. What are you and Pac-Man, if it's okay to ask? You guys are, the fans try to, say that you guys are something else. So what is it a GD
We're
hood?
originally like GDs, but we
Okay.
also bar none.
Okay.
Pac-Man went by Bar None, BNC, Bar
Okay.
None Crenshaw. So Bar None is basically is whatever gang you in, we riding with you as long as you riding with us. If the loyalty there with us and we know it's genuine, then we riding with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we was really Bar None. We was fucking with any gang. BDs, GDs, Vice Lord, Moles. We got a lot of them in our family. We got a lot of different gangs in our blood family, in our real family. So we was really GD though, but we fuck with everybody who fuck with us. You know?
Okay. Definitely. So bar nine basically means like you fuck with who fucks with you.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly what that means.
Okay.
Hmm.
Most definitely. So now, Pac-Man and Louis were best friends.
You can
What?
say that. You can say that. You can say they was like best friends or brothers. You know, Louis looked up to Pac. Pac
Okay.
respected Louis before he died, because Louis he carried the torch after Pac died. He kept that drill shit going. Besides us, he kept it going. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And he really respected Pac. He looked up to Pac as a big brother. You know, Pac taught him a lot of shit. They learned a lot from each other, and so on and so forth. You know, so
Okay.
yeah, you can say that.
Well, do you have a relationship with Louis at all? Do you talk to him or?
Mm, I don't physically talk to Louis
Okay.
unless he like post something on social media like Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. I'll go on there, comment, support, share his shit. And
Okay.
he'll hit me back in the comments sometimes, like good looking, you know what I'm saying? He know who I am and shit like that.
Okay.
Um, we'll show support to each other, you know, show love, but I don't talk to him like physically on the phone. I ain't gonna front my shit like I talk to him, but I talk to him through social media, like when I show support or share some of his music or, you know,
Right.
some shit like that. Or
Okay.
whenever he representing Pac, you know, I go on there and be like, good looking, bro, that's love. You still representing Cuzzo and shit like that, you know?
Okay. Well, now one question I've always, wanted to ask you: could you sit down with any supposed ops of, not only Pac but like any family members that you had, in this shit? Could we see you sit down and do a podcast or do music with one of them or something like that?
Not really.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I really can't. Because I don't know if the supposed op gonna be on some positive shit trying to push the peace.
Right.
They might try to want to do an interview with a motherfucker and try to backdoor you or something. So you gotta watch out for that. Even some females who's
Hmm.
supposed to be supposed ops, even though that should be goofy. But
Right.
No, I can't. Not really, because my mentality, how I move. You know, I gotta be safe out here because I got a real face card
Right.
off of my cousin alone. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We known by a lot of Chicago and a lot of people. So hell no.
Okay.
You know, so no, not really.
Well, yeah, I had to ask because you see King Yella and Mimo 600 linking up now, and you see him with Ruga, things like that. So you got a lot of people, some clicking up with their ops now, or they supposed ops,
Hmm.
you know.
And that's cool. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no problem with yelling them doing their thing. I don't got no problem with it at all. It's growth and
Hmm.
development. That's the
Definitely.
real meaning of this GD shit. Like, that's real growth and development. And I like that. I like to see our people come together finally after so many years of beefing and doing what
Hmm.
they doing. And I'm surprised that they really clicked up with each other after all the shit that was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Because
internet was
I've been
shocked.
around since the whole thing that been happening between everybody and shit. So
Yeah.
I'm really proud of them though. But me personally, I probably can't do it just off me. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I won't ever do it in the future, but right now, no, I can't do it.
Right.
Just because, a lot of niggas ain't trying to be mature like folks in them is.
Most definitely. So now, with Pac-Man being one of the originators, well, if not the only originator of drill, how do you feel about, Chief Keef getting all the credit, with people saying Keef it started with Keef, but really it was people before Keef?
Um, like I said, man, Pac started this drill stuff. He originated it. He brought it out. He made it a thing. People just need to do their research. They need to do their homework on who really made this drill stuff possible. They need to dig, or they need to at least try to get in touch with his family members, his intermediate family members, and
Right.
ask them the history. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's cool that Keith kept it going, but they really need to know who the real originator of this is. His family, Pac-Man's blood family member, which is us, which is me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they really need to do their homework and holler at a person before they start just assuming stuff.
Right.
Because they getting the wrong message. You get what I'm saying? They thinking Keith originated this and he really didn't. He just kept it, followed it because it was the cool thing to do. It was like a trend. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he a follower or whatever, but that's just the truth. Motherfuckers need to just reach out and see and do their homework and see what's really going on to know the truth,
Most definitely.
you know?
Okay.
So yeah, basically that's how I feel about that.
Okay. So now you're an artist, you know, what's coming out?
Um, I got some new shit coming out. I just dropped a song called Head to the Top.
Okay.
Video on the way.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you.
Most definitely.
Video on the way with that. And man, my brother King Contra, we got a lot of shit coming out. We got a lot of new projects and songs coming out this year. We got a lot of stuff in the works. We got a lot of stuff. So be in tune with that. Man, me and you, my boy Cal,
Hmm.
we fuck around and have a lot of shit coming out. So
Definitely. Most
I got
definitely
some
will.
stuff coming out. We got some stuff for the people to be able to enjoy all the, diverse music. We got a lot of music to drop, stuff that the people like. We got music for everybody.
Most definitely. Most definitely. All right. What's your Instagram if anybody wants to reach out?
Um, my Instagram is Kid Goku, KIDDGOKU. But I'm gonna check my phone and my Instagram just to make sure I get y'all the right name. So let me go through there, show y'all real quick what's the Instagram so they can have the correct thing.
Most definitely.
So King Kid 92, KING KID 92. That's me. If y'all can see
Definitely.
that, that's me.
I'll put it in the
That's the
description.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So yeah, my Facebook, Michael Woodard, my real name or whatever. Go through that, check me out, email or whatever if y'all want that. Just inbox me on Instagram, hit me up, DM me, message me, email me or whatever. Shit, we can go from there.
All right.